Because I feel like that's so specific.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Am I laggy for you on here?
No, you're fine.
Okay. You look a little laggy to me, so I'm just making sure that it's not
Oh,
the other way.
I'm laggy to you
Yeah. You're
a
like
lot.
that like every second it's like
Oh, damn. You should have told me. We could have like tried to fix it or something.
well, if it looks fine when you're recording it, then it's okay. That's what I just want
Hopefully,
to check is
it
like
it looks good on this side, but then I don't want it to be like
yeah.
weird on your side. You're like, I ask you a question, like 10 seconds later, you're like, yeah. So, anyways, you're like talking
It
about
is it
something
is
else.
a little bit like that, but it's fine.
You're like, because
It's
like
only like 2 seconds off. It's only
that.
like 2 seconds
That's
off.
why I pause like a little bit when I'm talking because it looks like you don't understand what I'm talking about, and like there's like because like I'll be looking at you, you're like, you'll be
It's
like
it's true.
blank face, and then like 2 seconds later, like, oh yeah,
No, it's just how long it takes me to process, bro. It just
oh that's just you. Can't even blame
I'm
it on
just
the computer.
slow.
You're like the internet
I'm just
explorer of people.
yeah, I'm like Edge.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just thought going back to the other story, I thought that was cool. That oh, I forgot because I saw the match, so I know how it ended. And there's this other
Okay.
guy, the guy that he was fighting. They called him. He's Mexican, so they called him Mini or Mini in Spanish. And because
Mhm.
he was 4'9", like he was a small
Whoa.
boxer, but he like hit really hard. And so it
What,
was.
like in the waist or what?
What do you mean?
Like he must have hit him in the waist, or are they both really short?
No, the other guy is short, but not that short. He's like um less than 5'3", but definitely over 5 foot. But the other guy's four
Oh,
nine.
okay.
Yeah, he might be like 5'1", but still, that's like 4 inches difference. That's a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know you could fight someone that height different. Like, I
Yeah,
guess
but I
it's just
mean,
weight class, huh?
who else is he gonna fight though? Like, there's not
That's
many
true.
that short
That's true.
boxers. But yeah, weight
Yeah, I mean,
class.
technically, he's like a dwarf.
That's people were so mean in the
He
comments.
is.
Basically, they're like, "Oh man, is this like a dwarf fight?" Like I didn't know because they look so small. That's what people were
Well,
saying.
I think legally, you can get like a handicap placard if you're under 4'11 because you qualify as being like dwarf.
Yeah, I remember that too.
So,
Crazy, but
I mean, I would take that perk if I was that short.
yeah, but the Asian guy, the Japanese guy, he's champion from where he's at, but he's fighting over here. This mini guy, and the mini guy was doing actually really good. Like he was like hitting him hard. Like the Japanese guy's a champion, so
Damn.
he's good. But the mini guy looked like he was like that Japanese guy won the first round, and then the second round I say was tie, and then the next two rounds like the Mexican guy was like winning in my opinion. So like he could have like taken it all, but it stopped in like the fifth or sixth round because you know what happened, dude? The mini guy he punched like the Asian guy like in the wrong area of his head, and he broke his
Ooh.
hand,
Ooh.
dude. It was
Ooh.
crazy. He broke the hand,
Fuck.
and then he like turned around in pain, like he was like, but no one knew like what was going on. And then the Asian guy was like kind of confused, but the ref didn't come to stop him. So while his
Right.
hand was
He's
broken and
like,
he was
pop,
dying in the
pop.
corner, he like popped him one in the face. And then
Like,
after that,
dumbass, don't turn your back on me.
seriously, because it was so fast and no one really knew what happened. It didn't even look like a crazy fatal punch. He basically just like hit him on the head, and then he was like done. And then
Yeah.
yeah, they had to stop the fight. They like cut his gloves and everything. They had to like the cameras were like way up in the business trying to see what happened to his hand. Nothing was
Uh huh.
poking out, but it was like he was in pain for sure.
Yeah, dude. When I took martial arts, that's what they would always tell you is don't hit people in the face because you're gonna hurt yourself worse. Like hit them in the soft tissue, like
Mm.
hit them in the chest or like the stomach or something if you
Oh, for
have to.
real? Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
Like that you could break your hand like
Oh
hitting
yeah.
someone's face.
Like nose is different because it's mostly cartilage, right? Like you can break someone's nose pretty easy, but if you hit them square in the dome, like
Uh huh.
you're you can get your hand hurt pretty bad.
They in
Yeah.
the action movies, it looks like it's no sweat. Like they
Yeah.
be punching people in the face all the time.
An elbow though, dude, like an elbow, that
Oh,
might do well. Like
yeah, that's tough.
Wow.
That's like there's a special martial art for that. I think like Muay Thai fights like that or something
Yeah.
like that. Elbows. That's hardcore.
Elbows are vicious, bro.
That's how you could also break your hand like hitting an elbow. Like when people just like blocking like a punch with the elbow, dude, broke.
Hmm. That's why if you need to block a punch, either use your elbow or use your head. Just
Use your head, Trevor.
or you just get brain damage. One of the two.
Yeah, I'd go with the elbow in
Yeah, I'd
that
probably go with
case.
the elbow. That's smarter.
Yeah, but it sucks for Minnie, dude, because Minnie, like, he kind of had this fight. Like, he was in it for sure. He was the
Hmm.
underdog, and then this happens. So sad and anticlimactic. He already had like 3 losses. This is the fourth one. This one
Bro.
wasn't like even technically his fault. Like, he broke
Well, I mean, he
his.
hit the guy in the head, dude.
I know, but like, you can't train for that. You know, you can't like. It's just something that happens. Like
I don't know. You could train not to hit him in the head.
in training camp, like, all right, bro, I don't want what happened. What last time happened? Hit him like not here, okay?
He's gonna be out for a while though. Like
Oh yeah.
that's his main tool.
What? I think he. I wonder what hand he broke. If it was the right or the left, because it
Oh, dude. If
like
it's the right, he's gonna need some help.
yeah, like it'll never punch as strong, or it's gonna
Yeah,
take a long
he's
time.
gonna need help like going to the bathroom and stuff. If it's the right
Oh man, gotta do everything with my left hand.
hand.
Yeah,
He
but
breaks both of them. Like
that take up MMA so he could use his feet.
yeah.
Mo.
Hmm.
Oh, speaking of monks, uh,
Oh,
your
the monk
background. What's up with the
behind me.
monk?
Yes. So this monk, it's a glorious monk. It's
He's
an
big.
ape. Yes. So it's funny because GameStop, right? I'm gonna bring back GameStop for a second. A lot of people are making money off it again, and some of the people that are making money off GameStop have sold some of their shares, and they're now adopting gorillas from this organization who protects gorillas like in their habitat. And the reason for this is because they call themselves apes, the people who buy the stocks like from Wall Street Bets and everything, like
Oh,
the Reddit. They call themselves apes. It's like a self-endearing term, and they say apes strong together, right? That's their like slogan. And
nice.
so as part of that, they're like, oh, what can we do that's kind of wholesome? So they have adopted a bunch of gorillas, and like I guess today, like there was like $20,000 worth of donations in that organization fund.
Uh huh.
And so the lady who runs the organization, she came out and made a video that's like blowing up online today, and it's about she just says thank you that everybody's like pitching in and adopting gorillas, right? And so I
Dang.
figured I'd bring some awareness to it by having my friend Monk here. Uh,
So
so
when they adopt them, like, so what do they do? So they like they they don't literally adopt it, right? They don't bring it to their house. Like
no,
someone
they don't
keeps it
bring it
for
home.
them.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't. No, they basically pay this organization to take care of it. So like every day of the year, the organization is out there in the field making sure that the monkeys are safe and protected, and they have
Yeah.
what they need. I guess I don't know if
Okay.
they're endangered or something, but they're out there. And so
Gotcha.
when you adopt them, you basically pay however much it costs for one of the monkeys.
Uh,
So it's
it's
like, oh,
like daycare, paying for
yeah, I'm gonna
daycare for
sponsor
that
this
monkey.
monkey for a year. Like any cost associated with this monkey, I'm paying that portion of it now, so that you guys don't have to
Oh, that's
find
cool.
funding for it.
That makes sense. He's like, no, 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 no. I want him. Like I adopted him. He's
Bring him
mine.
to my house. I need a delivery. Uh,
You can go now, monk.
yeah, it's pretty funny though. Somebody in the comments was talking about it, and he was like, is that where we go when we retire? Because they're all apes, so they're like, do we get to go to that sanctuary or something? It was pretty
Dude,
funny.
I didn't know that's what they're calling themselves. So that's what they are.
Well, they call themselves something else too, but it's not as good of a term. So I'd rather just use apes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
yeah,
cool. That's it's like some good that came back from the world. You know, like they they
right.
they thought those people were like pirates. That's what like the Wall Street would call them, like swindlers. They're like, nah, bro. Look, we got this money, and now we're like giving it back. We're doing good with it.
Yeah, no, they're not pirates. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's a good story. Did
Yeah, I
it just
like
happen
monkeys.
today?
Yeah, they did the donations I think yesterday or today, and the lady, her organization, I think her name's Diane. I don't remember the exact organization name, but yeah, she made a video this morning or something and put it out. So that's where it kind of blew up.
Mm,
Yeah, when I
okay.
saw it, I was like, oh, that's super exciting. I love
You, s-
monkeys.
yeah. Shout out to monkeys everywhere around the
Like,
world.
what's your spirit animal? Like, do you have a spirit animal?
Do you like if I were to give myself a spirit animal?
Yeah, or has anyone given you, like, has anyone seen you and been like, you are a chipmunk, or have they ever?
No, they never. No one has ever done that. But what would you say that I am?
I asked you for. Oh, what would you? Oh, what would you say that you are?
Yeah, you say that I am
Oh,
my
that's a
my
tough
spirit animal.
question. What
Yeah,
do you want to
say
be?
I can't. I don't know what I want to be. I want to be told what I am.
Do you? Would you rather be able to fly or like be super
Huh.
strong?
Strong.
Or
I want to be strong. I want to be like agile. Like
ooh,
you can't
agile.
catch me. Like I want to be fast, but like I'm no pushover animal. Like
Oh,
I'm
okay, so
fast, but I could hold my own.
you're not prey then, right?
Hell no. I wouldn't be
Okay.
like no frog or nothing like that.
Like a rabbit.
No, I said I could hold my own. Ra- Rabbits can't hold
You're
sheep.
not a rabbit. Oh,
No. I
you could
seen
be
the I
like a
seen
fox maybe.
on this one other podcast. I forget what it's called, but they have a segment where they like do the cards where you like assign like people's spirit animals and like whatnot. And this
Yeah.
guy got a they gave him a card, but then he asked the same question. He's like, "What would I be?" And he has like really big bulgy eyes. And then the lady's like, "You're a frog because of your eyes."
Bro,
Like nothing spiritual to it, just like totally physical.
that
And
lady
yeah,
has no chill, dude. She's like, just puts him on blast right away.
I
Bro,
think
you
they
look like a freaking frog, bro. You're a ginormous toad. Like, whoa.
it's because I think they're like comedians, so they roast each other a lot. So it's like she
Yeah,
just like had to lay it on him.
that's
It,
sick.
it was really
That's
funny.
awesome.
It's kind of hard to be friends with those kind of people though, like as a comedian or roaster, because I feel like maybe they'll like be making fun of each other, but where's the line? You know,
Right.
you like I don't think I could be friends with those guys because you catch me on a bad day, I'm gonna take something you said wrong. You feel me?
Like,
Like I'm not joking today. I don't feel funny today.
don't be making fun of me today, dog.
Yeah.
Like, come
Eh,
here for a hug. I need to feel better.
bring it in. Essay.
I'm not hugging you, you weirdo.
But they talk about that. They say they talk about like comedian stories, and they basically say that sometimes they can't. If they're gonna do like a roast or something, and they go to someone's house, they'll give them like the don't roast list. They're like, okay, don't say nothing to this guy because this guy doesn't play. Like
So
they'll
he'll
give you
kick your
shit.
ass after.
Seriously, like roast anybody except this guy. Like,
Dude, I know people like that I have to put on that list.
oh, for real?
Yeah.
They're friends or like they're like
They're like,
colleagues?
not at my current job, but at my older job, there was a few people that I would be careful roasting. Like I tried, if I roasted them, I would say things that maybe I didn't think they truly understood, so that they couldn't really get mad at me.
Uh,
Like I do some like high level roast on them, and then they're like they don't understand it, so they're just like,
uh.
and then I'm like laughing inside. I'm like, yeah, it's okay.
You're too high level, bro.
Bro, my IQ is like 4,000, dog.
You're so smart.
I'm just kidding. It's not that high. I
Yeah.
think I took an IQ test once, and it was like 110 or something.
What's a good score? Or what's a high score, I
I don't
guess.
know actually. I could be BSing my score. I
That
think
sounds kind of high.
I think double digits is bad. Like
Oh,
90,
uh-huh.
80.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
anything below
bad.
that. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, you're probably like a 130, probably.
Now I am.
Just gauging. Yeah.
Out of what though? What's it like? Those
I
numbers
think
mean nothing if I don't know what it's out of.
I
Out of a
think if you
thousand.
pass yeah, out of 1,000. I think if you pass like a certain line, you're considered like genius level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what Einstein got. I'm sure he took one, right? We could probably like
Yeah.
check it
I'm
out
sure he
right
took
now.
one.
What do you think? I'm gonna look it up. What
I
What
think
do you
he
think
got like
Einstein is?
a 142 or something.
142.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the test in itself is kind of BS. Like it's just like pattern recognition, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how much I trust those tests to be a good indicator of intellect in
It's like
general.
kind of thinking outside the box though, which is like kind of like patterns. Like people just say like, oh, they're patterns, but kind of patterns are important to see. Like there are
Yeah,
patterns everywhere. Like even in
that's true.
data, like big data, sometimes. Yeah, I don't underestimate the patterns.
Have you ever taken like a personality test, like
I have. I took one
you
not
get
too
like
long
four
ago.
letters?
Mm-hmm. I still
Yeah.
have it in my email. I took it like less than a month ago.
Oh, really?
I know it also the one I took is also associated with like a character, I guess, like
Oh,
protagonist, Joker, or like defender.
interesting.
Yeah, so it kind of tells you, says
Oh, that'd
more
be
about
cool.
yourself.
You have
Yeah,
to
I'll
forward
send it
that
to
to
you.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm protagonist,
Oh, okay. You're
so
the main character. All right, I see.
that's what it said.
All
But
right, bro.
there are other ones. There's like literally six. Oh, it's called 16 and Me or 16 something, and so there's 16,
16.
16 things you could be.
Mm.
So the protagonist and 15 more. But some of them were really cool though. That I was like sad that I
Like,
didn't get.
damn, I wish I was that.
Yeah, they all sound pretty cool.
That's
But
totally something a protagonist would say.
such a protagonist thing to say.
Bro. I'm just gonna say, like, bro, you're being such a protagonist right now. Like,
Dude, let's all join together. I'm the main character. I'm the glue. But I'll send it to you. It's pretty it's a lot of info. It's like it tells you a lot about yourself. It even says like how your relationships work, like according to a protagonist.
wow,
Yeah. It's like you are this kind of person.
but you will not work well with this kind of person. Like,
Yeah. Kind of like signs, right? That's how like signs work too.
yeah, like your birth sign, Leo or whatever.
Yeah. What are you?
A Leo.
Leo, whatever. I'm a Leo.
I
The
know what
best
I
one.
am.
I'm a Virgo. I don't know what that means though. Like, hell if I know. What do you know?
Virgo. Hmm?
Yeah.
I don't know what Virgo means.
No. Do you know what Leos are? They're like
We're supposed to be brave and like out out
Griffin
outgoing. I guess.
Gryffindor. That's what I
Gryffindor.
think.
Yeah.
You're the Gryffindor.
Virgo. I just think of virgin. So.
No. That's what it is though. I'm pretty sure. I got like the worst ones. They have other ones. They have like Aries, freaking God of War. That'd be a cool one.
Aries is pretty good. Scorpios are kind of evil, right? Supposedly.
Yeah. I don't Everyone says something different about something. Like in the comment section, they're like, "Oh, don't date a freaking Scorpio," or like, "Nah,
Yeah.
dude, the Gemini's. You don't even know." Like, damn, who hurt you?
Yeah. Dude, they've heard stuff about Leo like, oh, they only care about themselves. And I'm like, that's not true.
Like, what? But I feel like it's just, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people believe in that kind of stuff because it's just easier to pigeonhole people. It's easier to understand. To like, a lot of people
Yeah.
are gray, you know, like they're a little bit of everything. That's why if you gave them a random one, they would connect with it somehow because all of them have a little bit of everyone in them. Everyone's a little bit of a Leo, Virgo, etc. You
Right.
know, so but it's
Yeah.
easier for people to just be like, oh, he's a Leo. That means I don't like him for without getting to get to know them or whatever.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
easier to go with the flow like that.
Some people just filter you out of their lives because you don't hit their horoscopes. Like
Isn't that
Leos
crazy?
never match with Tauruses, so we just cannot talk. Like, come on, dude, come on.
What is this, Romeo and
We
Juliet?
can be friends. We can still be
Yeah.
friends.
To where's it's like yeah. I thought I've never said these words to a person who really believes in that kind of stuff because I don't want to have like a 3 hour conversation / yelling argument.
Right.
But that is what I believe. I'm putting it out there.
You believe horoscopes are BS? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but they're
You guys
fun.
hear that? If you have any problems with horoscopes,
You hear that? Gods in the air.
smite
him.
me! I dare you!
But what is it like? I wonder where horoscopes came from because, like,
Mm.
because there's I don't know all of them, but like, do they come from a certain mythology? Because Aries is Greek, right? Is like horoscopes as a whole like a thing that originated from Greece, or
That's a great question.
because who did it? Is it like an old thing, or is it like
It's definitely an older thing.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of other, other cultures that do something similar. Like there's the zodiac calendar too, right? Which
mm-hmm,
is that the one where you have different years are assigned to different animals, kind of
yeah, yeah, exactly. 12.
like
There's
year
12 of
of the
them.
boar. I think this is the year of the boar, right?
That
Right.
2019 was the year of the boar. That was my year.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's. Oh man, is it
The
rat?
bull. Is it the bull?
Yeah, I think so. No, you're
It's
right.
the
Yeah,
the ox or the bull or
docs.
something this year. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the story? Like the story of the race between the animals?
No.
So the rat gets a bad rep for because they think he's like really sneaky, like the animal, the rat, and it
He's
comes
a
from
cheater.
like yeah, he cheated in the race. So basically he
Hmm.
thought the ox was gonna win the race. And so he hitched a ride on the ox's back throughout the entire
Oh.
race. And then the ox was winning. He was coming first place, but then he jumped off the ox's back and got first. So that's why why the order goes like rat, then boar, then so on and so forth.
Interesting.
Yeah. 2020 was rat, and then now it's boar. So now the cycle continued, just like uh, started over in 2020, I believe.
So then you to find the last time it happened, you minus it by 12 or something, right?
Yeah, there is 12 animals, I believe, 10 or 12.
Oh, you were born in what, 96?
95.
95. So then that makes sense. 24 plus 95 is 2019.
Yeah,
So,
that's right,
oh,
right?
yeah. So I wonder what mine is. 90, 91.
I don't know the order of the animals though. You would need to know the order, right?
Yeah, let me see.
Oh,
Uh,
what do I think you are?
yeah,
Tell
what's
me.
my zodiac?
I need to know the animals first, then I'll tell you.
Oh, I think you should know this one.
I've never met a dragon before. A dragon would be so cool. I'm surprised the dragon didn't win the race. I was like, what? He's a freaking dragon.
Let me see if I can get a list of all the zodiacs. Okay, we have rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, or pig.
Oh, I want you to be the monk, but you
That
always
would be
get the
cool.
cool animals. You're probably a tiger. Are
No,
you?
I'm not a tiger. Tiger would be cool.
You rabbit?
No, I'm uh I'm the goat,
Oh, the ram.
the sheep, whatever you want to call it.
There's a big difference, bro. But
No,
nice.
they use goat and sheep interchangeably.
Really?
I prefer goat just because it has that acronym in it, greatest of all time.
Oh, that's why you like it. That's cool. All
That's why
right,
I
not
like
too
goat.
bad.
But I'll take sheep. Sheeps are cuddly and soft and stuff.
Cheaps. Did you
My favorite stuffed animal as a kid was a little sheep.
Oh, you had one?
Yeah,
Dang.
it's
I
pretty
also
cool.
had a stuffed animal. Dang, where does it go?
It's
I
not on your
remember.
bed, dude.
No, I don't know where he is. I would always keep him on my bed. But I
I'm
don't remember.
disappointed.
I've had him for a really long time too, like a really long time.
You don't even know what animal it is?
I know it is. It's a bear. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I
I
had him
was
since I was
like,
like.
damn.
It's been
You're like,
that
it's my
long
favorite. I have no idea what animal it is, though. Like,
anymore.
what
It's
the
been
hell?
so long. But I had him for a really long time. To be honest, I thought about that maybe like a year ago. I'm like, where's the bear I used to have on this bed? Like, oh, he'll come up.
Barry. Where's Barry?
Just come like everyone's having dinner, coming to the kitchen table, quivering voice. Where is he? They don't know what I'm talking
Who
about.
took my bear?
Like what? What are you talking about? Push all the food off the table. Speaking of going crazy, did you hear about this Lyft incident with these three girls in the back seat?
Oh, I heard about, but I didn't hear very much. Like I saw a thumbnail and I was like, man, it looks crazy, and then I just kept scrolling. But
For,
if
no,
you have info, I'm down.
dude, let me break it down for you. So
Break it
there's the
down.
So there's hold on. Let me look at my notes. I want to get the whole story because every day, like
Yeah,
this,
don't be skimping on me.
every day something new came out like from this story. Every single day. So let me
Mm,
see.
mm,
Okay, so it happened in San Fran, and it was Uber, the guy Uber driver. These three chicks like get into his car, and one of them didn't have a mask. And Uber rules say like you have to have a mask or the ride stops. And he didn't feel. He
mm-hmm.
was like, yes, he was told him that, and he didn't feel safe. And then so the chick like kind of went off on him. They were like kind of ghetto. Like they were like yelling at him and saying like, what are you talking about? Like I paid you to do this job. And he's like, you have to do it. And like he's telling them like I canceled the ride. Like I'm just gonna go home. Like you need to exit my vehicle. And but they didn't want to get out. They were like, no, you can't leave us here. Like we're at a freaking gas station. You don't leave drop off girls at a gas station. Like what are you talking about? And then he was just kept telling them like I can't, like you gotta go, like you don't have a mask on, like I don't feel safe. And then she like lunges at his phone. I don't know why she even like goes after his phone, like what.
Oh my
And then
God.
so he like tries to get the phone back, and then she goes off on him. It's like what are you doing? She like tries to swing on him. It's like go ahead, try it, like try it. And then like not only this crazy girl who's like the craziest one out of all of them, like she has two crazy friends on the side who was like hyping her up, and just like they pulled out their phones
Bro.
like, I'm recording this. Like I hope you know I'm recording this. Like you're trying to kidnap us. They use kidnap, but like in the video
Oh my
he's
God.
saying like, bro, like I'm not trying to kidnap you. I'm telling you to get out of my car. Like the ride ended. Like I'm not driving you anywhere. So that
Yeah.
happens. And I learned this today. So they get out of the car. They don't get out of the car until they call another Uber to pick them up. So when that Uber gets there, then they get out. And like as he's driving away, one of the chicks, they mace him in his car as he's like driving away with the windows
Oh
down.
my God.
So he had to like get out of his car because it was like burning his eyes while they like drove off, bro.
Bro,
But that's
were they wearing a mask in the other Uber? Like, what the hell?
I don't know, bro. But he was booked it out of there, and then like they got him, and then
Dude, that's assault.
and that's not even it. It's not even done. Like she went on her Instagram, and the craziest girl, like the one who was like lunging
Yeah.
for his phone, and she went on Instagram.
course.
She's like, oh man. She was like talking all a bunch of smack. She was like, man, he's so lucky that I didn't have that piece on me, because everyone watching this knows. Like I pull it out on my mama. She said. She kept on saying that. She was acting like so. This white girl was acting so ghetto, dude. It was crazy.
Dude, that's trash.
It was bad. And a lot of people are
Straight up
tuning in
trash.
too. And the silver lining is that she got arrested for like what she did.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
she should. I mean,
the king's justice
Masks?
served.
masks one. Two, she assaulted that dude.
Yeah. And then
Stole his phone.
they trashed his like car, because like they like trashed it before he left. They probably like spilled stuff on it before they left, because he went to Uber to ask them like, hey, could you pay for like to get my car fixed because of this ride that happened. Not only like did he have to clean up his car, like all that time that he was off the road is like wasting money, right, too. So
Yeah.
that was his case. But the Uber only offered to pay for like, first it was $20, like,
What
and
the
then
fuck?
and then $40, and then after more
Oh,
pushback, they ended up with like $100. But that's still not enough to like clean up everything, like $100. So they made a GoFundMe page for him, and they raised like $60,000.
Goddamn.
I
Hell
know.
yeah.
I was like, damn, that's a
Fuck.
lot. It's like
Mace me anytime. Come on.
basically the world, or like people saying like, I'm sorry you had to go through that, like, here for your troubles.
See, people band together, ape strong together.
Yeah, it was kind of nice. But another funny thing is this chick, the crazy chick again, that was on live going wild. She posted on her Instagram saying like, and that's why I'm gonna ride Lyft now. And you know what? You know what the ultimate clapback was?
What, Lyft replied or some shit?
Lyft replied, and they sent out like a message saying like, we take this seriously, like we take the pandemic seriously, and that's why like we're banning you from like riding with Lyft. They
Oh my
banded that
God.
shit.
She ain't going nowhere.
Dude, especially now she got arrested.
Then she probably got banned on Uber, and then she's like, she tried to spin it like, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna ride Lyft, and then Lyft's like, nah, you're not. Like,
Psych. Yes,
you're
again.
walking.
Dude, isn't that crazy? So it was like a 3-day story. Like every day something different like came out.
Dude, I'm glad they got her though.
I know. She was coughing in the car too, like on
Dude,
purpose, like to scare him.
that's the thumbnail I saw. Her mouth is all open, coughing on the dude's head and shit. Like,
Yeah. Dude, she even
messed up.
on her live, she's like, I didn't even do anything. Like all I did was rip off his mask and was coughing in his car. And then she like took a second and she like thought about it, like, well, yeah, that was kind of messed up, but anyways, like he deserved it. Yeah.
So she's aware on some level, right?
Yeah, but after the fact, like, what does it? It doesn't count
Right.
anymore.
Yeah, she already messed up. Damn,
Yeah,
dude, that's spicy.
that was a spicy story. I need some milk
That's pretty spicy,
after that one.
dude.
Dude, before going into the last segment, I had one more thing to bring up. Do you know what NFTs are?
NFT?
Yeah.
No.
They're non-fungible tokens. And it's like a new thing that a lot of, well, it's actually not a new thing, but it's picking up more speed now, especially with the rise of like cryptocurrency. And what it is like basically digital collections that like people could sell to like their fans or their base. And that's basically it. So for an example, it's like Logan Paul, and what makes an NFT is like it's collectible and there's only one of that thing. Like you can't make any more. So it's like very exclusive. So what's so weird, it's very broad too. So an example is like Logan Paul. You know Logan Paul? His NFTs are basically clips of him opening like rare Pokemon cards. As weird as it sounds. So he'll record himself like opening a box of Pokemon cards, right? And then the moment when he like opens like a super rare one and like goes crazy about it, he sells that clip.
The clip.
Someone. The clip, not even the card itself. So like basically the moment that he opens it, he sells that clip to you. But he doesn't sell you like the clip itself, you know? Like it's going to be like on a server that you can only access the clip by like accessing like his server or whatever. So like a website. And you'll get like a code to like watch that clip, but basically it's not even the card. It's just like no one else has that moment, you know? No one else has seen that moment.
What the fuck? Dude, that's so weird.
It's so weird, right? And like you buy stuff like that and they're selling out, and what's like hyping it up is that no one else has it. Like only you have seen this or have this thing.
That's weird, man.
Yeah.
That's like you can't even what? Like you just watch it and like, oh, cool. And then
but just to know, like
right.
no one. Oh my god!
I mean, what are you gonna do? You're like, oh wow, Charizard, hell yeah.
But
I just paid $1,000 for this motherfucker. Like,
you better watch it again, like on loop for the day.
what the hell? What kind of dumbass shit? I ain't buying no clips. I'll wait for someone to leak it.
They probably get in trouble for that. There's probably an agreement because
you see that Charizard clip from Logan Paul last night?
The way that you know it won't get leaked without you getting in trouble because you're the only one who owns it.
Right.
So they know, true. Like, if anything happens, like, bro, it's on you.
But dude, what if he gets hacked and all his clips get leaked, bro?
You have to show proof of that, like, bro.
No, like, what if someone hacks all his clips? Like, he has a server, right? And Logan Paul gets hacked. What happens to everybody that bought a clip, right?
Yeah.
They're pissed now.
Because it's not what you promised.
It's not exclusive. Anybody can enjoy that Charizard scene. Now. Like, it's not like.
What if it's not even like he doesn't even hype it up? It's like a golden Charizard, and he just opens. He's like, "Oh, cool Charizard."
Oh, hell yeah, Charizard.
That's what you're paid for.
Like, oh hell yeah, I got the new Logan Paul clip. Like, and you don't even know what's in it until you buy it, right? Like,
You
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 don't
know
get
the
a
title of
preview.
it. You know what you get, but you don't get a preview. No.
That's so weird.
But it could go like you know, Kings of Leon, the band.
Yeah.
They're doing NFTs too, but not like that. Not like basically clips. It could be. It's really why it's so broad. It's anything digital. So what they're doing an album, but it's only going to be available for 2 weeks,
Oh.
and only those people could like listen to it.
Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. I like
Yeah,
that better than the Charizard thing.
yeah. He took it to like lengths that like I didn't even think were possible, but like it makes more sense what the Kings of Leon are doing. You know.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool because it's like an exclusive show almost for you and whoever else buys it.
Right. And it's what's another one? Taco Bell is coming out with one, but theirs
Hmm.
are a little different. They're basically like coins, like digital coins,
Okay.
but you can't buy anything with them yet, I think. I think they're going to make it so they come with like a reward system attached to it. So if
Interesting.
you own this coin, you might get like free tacos on Tuesday for life or like something like that.
Oh, okay. So then it's
So,
kind of worth it.
yeah, but they haven't had that yet. Right now, it's just a coin. Like literally, the only reason people are buying it because no one else has it. Like there's 120 coins and they sold out in the first like 30 minutes.
It kind of reminds me of like an online game where like where you kind of buy like a random pack or like a random like power up, right? Like you get a random power up and you don't really know what it does, or like you have to like raise an egg until it like matures into like this other creature in a game, right? It's like I don't know what it's gonna be, but I know it's gonna be valuable. So like
Yeah,
let me
to
buy
just
the
hold on
token
it.
now. Yeah,
It
that's kind
is,
of
dude. A lot of people. It was really expensive, like in the thousands of, and
whoa.
especially now, like that they're gonna probably put perks on it. It'll probably be worth even more.
That's crazy. Are
So
you
it's
gonna buy
like
any?
maybe if it comes out, might be cool to get into. I feel like this is like the new thing. It's like a different currency, like for
That's
like
so weird.
it's like
I
Taco
just,
Bell
I just,
currency in
I just worry
itself.
about security. Like unless it's backed by like blockchain or something, I feel like someone could like hack it and then get all the coins. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
there's people out there who would try to do that stuff.
There's always that risk, but I'm sure they're aware. Like I think we've come a little far with the cryptocurrency that they kind of know like the risk
Yeah.
behind it. So
You know
could
what
be
else
wrong.
is really expensive? Surprisingly,
What?
keyboards
Oh yeah, like the
like
ones
for
we type on.
computer. Yeah.
Okay.
Like they have keyboards that are worth thousands of dollars.
What are you talking about? Wait, what
Like
do you mean? Where'd the
like
keyboard come?
keyboards.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But like the
they
ones that are
cost like
detachable, like ones
well,
that.
I got a new keyboard, but I was just like looking into the whole like era or like not era, but community, the mechanical keyboard community, and they have like $2,000 or $3,000 keyboards that you can buy,
Oh
and
yeah,
like you can get one keyboard cap, like just one little like the I don't know the escape key, right? That would
yeah.
be like $200 somewhere
Just for that key.
just for
What's
that
special
key.
about the key? Like, is it
They
made
do
by?
all kinds of stuff. They have like they have like little figures on it. Like you can get like a little frog on it, or you can get like a metal, like a totally silver key, right?
Ah.
And I don't know, that's crazy. I was like looking at it because like I wanted to get a new keyboard because I don't like the pad, the number pad. I feel like it's too wide sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I got one that's 10 keyless. That's what they call it, TKL. I can
Oh,
show
you
you.
know the terminology of these
Yeah, I've been
keyboards.
researching it. So this is my new keyboard.
Oh, that's your new keyboard?
Yeah.
Oh, you just wanted to show off your keyboard, huh?
No, but you
Just
brought up the NFTs, and I was like, you know what else is super expensive? Fucking keyboards. Like not this one. This one's cheap, but they have some that are. They what they do is they do this thing. They do an interest check, so they'll send a message out to everybody in the mechanical keyboard community, and like, you guys like this style and this keyboard, or like these keycaps, and then people are like, yeah, I like it, and so they'll do something called a group buy, and then that means like 100 people pitch in to buy like a wholesale amount of this product, and then
mm-hmm.
that's the only run. That's the only time it comes out. And so
Oh,
everybody
so
that
they're similar in that way.
yeah, so that
Yeah.
everybody that paid into that gets the special keycap or the special, keyboard,
Mm.
and and then after that you can't get them anymore. And so that's why the price goes up. Like they buy the keyboard for like $200, But then people see it later and they're like, "Oh, I want that." And it's like, "Well, you missed out. So now I'm going to charge you $2,000 to have this one that I bought for like 200."
Yeah, it's kind of
It's
like
crazy.
scalpers a little bit, but those
Yeah.
people sound like they're into it. Like I don't know how big the keyboard community is, but
Yeah, I don't
if
either.
if you're in that community, I feel like it's because you like it and not because you're just looking for like a profit.
Right.
I'm
Yeah. But it
assuming.
is interesting. Like it's similar to the NFT thing you're talking about. That's why it reminded me, because it's like the same principle. You have a limited window to get it, and then after that, they're not making
Yeah.
anymore.
So there's probably a keyboard person like who sells those keyboards and makes bank like doing it. You
Dude,
know,
you
that's his
could buy
niche.
like you could do a group buy, and you know that this keyboard's going to be popular because it's a popular configuration or something, and then you hold on to like 5 of the keyboards, wait a year, and then sell them for like 10 times the price. It's easy. Like looking
Yeah.
back, you can see the trends, but
You have
um,
to see, yeah, you have to have an eye too, because if you like you look at a pattern or something, you're like, oh yeah, like that's gonna be popping, like
yeah,
people are
and,
gonna like
and then you
that.
want to get one that's exclusive and is a limited run too. Like you don't want to get one that they're gonna make more of because then it's like, oh, the price isn't gonna go up because there's not gonna be that supply and demand kind of push and pull on it.
Yeah, that's interesting, dude.
Yeah,
Maybe you found your new niche.
I found a whole new world this week. I was like,
Yeah,
looking into keyboards, and I was just like the more I'd look, the deeper it would go, and I'm like, oh my god, there's like so much to learn here. People are nuts.
I bet. Like you're probably like you don't even know the half of it. There's probably
No,
it's like an underground, you know.
yeah, it is.
That-
It's wild. My eyes
Yeah,
have been opened.
third eye.
Uh,
All right, bro. Did you want to go on to our last segment of the
yeah,
show?
the last one, things that we could have done better.
Do you want to explain it? I always explain it. I feel like you should do
You
it.
want me to explain the segment?
Yeah, what it
Sure.
is.
And this segment we talk about things that we could have done better, and most of the time they're embarrassing stories that something that we could have done to make it less embarrassing.
Boom.
So
Perfect.
so what's your story, Matt?
You want me to go first?
Oh, if you want to, you don't
Uh,
have to.
all right. I couldn't find, so I'm gonna cheat just a little bit. I couldn't think of one today, but something really embarrassing happened to like one of my bosses at work,
Ooh,
and I was like sitting right next to him when it all went down. So
juicy.
I shared it in the moment with him. So I feel like I'm gonna switch the segment up is to he could have done that
I like that. Okay.
better. I was there.
Okay.
So basically to build the story behind it, we had one of our biggest customers. I work for I won't say their name, but I work for our customers. They come and they're pretty big, and there was a communication issues between like us and the customer. So and they got new like people on their team, new project managers, new like tooling engineers. So they kind of wanted to come down and see how we did things and kind of fill in the gaps as to why like some things are slipping. Um,
Hmm.
Nothing too bad, but they just kind of like want to get to the bottom of stuff because they're pushing for expansion and they really need to be on it. So I get it. So I was in this meeting. My main boss, like the person above me, he had to leave early, and we work in the quality department. And someone from quality had to be there because he wasn't going to be there to answer any questions. So I had to stay this whole meeting, starting from 9 o'clock. It didn't finish until 3 o'clock. So boring, and they didn't really even need me for too much. Like
Hmm.
I said a handful of words the whole day, but I had to be there just in case they had questions. Like I had to be
Right.
the one to answer them. So, uh, I was so tired afterwards of
You're
doing
like the
nothing.
support for them, kind of. You're like, just in case we need you to answer these technical questions, can
Yeah,
you like sit here?
and I get it. Like
Yeah.
yeah, but it just so happened that they didn't really need me this time. But anyways, what was the embarrassing part, we got to a point where everyone came back to the conference room and we were gonna talk about for each project who's on each project, like the engineers or the people, the team, and introduce them like by name, right? And I was sitting next to my coworker who's like the manager of all the project managers. He's the one who's running this meeting. I'll call him Kevin. So Kevin, he's introducing everyone, and he's pretty old. I don't know if that like, yeah, he's just always stressed because we're expanding too, so he has a lot on his plate, and he's always stressed, and he's been there since like forever. But Kevin's introducing like people who are on the team, and the tooling engineer comes up and he's like, yeah, this is our tooling engineer. He isn't actually there, but he has a PowerPoint up with everyone's name, so he's basically reading off the PowerPoint. His name is Nick, and Jim is like, yeah, so this is our tooling engineer, his name's Dick. And then like everyone see his name is not Dick, and then Kevin is like just pauses for a second, and he's like, oh my god, like he realized what he did like a second later, and he like takes off his mask, and he's drinking like sparkling water, and he's like, oh my god, guys, I am so sorry. Like he's like super embarrassed, and he just takes like a giant swig of his sparkling water and just like is having a moment right now, like in front of everyone. He's like, I'm so sorry, like it wasn't even that bad. Like he said it was funny, people laughed, but he was like making it way more of a big a deal than it actually was. He was like literally rubbing his temples, like, guys, I can't believe I did that. And like everyone is like bro, like it's
That's
fine.
not a big deal. Like, do you actually think he's a dick or something? Like, why did you say that?
They were like, yeah, no, that's fine, that's an actual name, like no sweat. And like they were younger too, like the people who came from the company, they're young, so like they didn't really care, they thought it was funny. But like he's an older guy, and he's all about like professionalism, right? And so
Yeah.
he was just like, oh, like literally for 2 minutes he was just like, we were on, he was like making a big deal out of it. He's like, oh, I don't know, guys, I'm so tired, like I don't know why I did that. And then I was like,
It's like, bro.
sitting right next to him, I'm like, bro, just drop it, like you're making this way more than it needs to be. But I thought it was pretty funny.
Dude, that's wild. If I was there, I would have started laughing so hard.
I was literally right next to it, and I was just like, when he just said that, I was like, what?
Like, bro, his name's not Dick. Like, come on.
Just so you know. Yeah, but if I would have done that, step one, just say his name like correctly, like
Yeah.
you're reading from the PowerPoint, so
Yeah,
no brainer.
it's Nick, not Dick.
But I did say that, I would have just breezed right through it, like, oh, sorry, like my bad, and then just like
My bad, Dick. I mean, Nick.
do it
Dropped it
again.
Damn.
Yeah, I
Keep
just
slipping.
kept on going. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. So that's he could have done that better.
Okay. I have a he could have done that better too.
Oh, nice.
My I may have told you this story once, but it's kind of a long one.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. So one time I was in, I think it was high school, and I went on a missions trip down to Mexico, down to Baja California actually.
Whoa.
So not like deep in Mexico, right? Like kind of just under California.
How old were you in high school, right?
High school. I think it was not junior year, so I was probably, I don't know, what, 16, 15, 16. And on the way down, they're telling us all these things about Mexico and like things to just, watch out for and be careful of. And one of the things they said is like, don't drink the water, right? Like, if you drink the water, you could get like your stomach would be upset, and you may have to diarrhea or have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So we went, and I was like, yeah, I'm not drinking the water. I definitely don't want to. They call it choro, I think.
Yeah. Choro.
Yeah. So I didn't want that at all.
I don't want choro. I don't want.
I don't want any.
churros.
I like churros, but not choro. So I didn't drink the water, but other people in my group were not as fortunate. And one guy, we were camping in tents. So we went to it was Baja California. We were on the beach and we had like tents there, like the last night. And on the way back, we're all packed into like a van. It was a church mission group, right? So, I used to be a little bit religious, but we were all in the van on the way back, and we just get past the border. Me and this is like me on. We were in the back seat. I was in the very back. It was like a bench seat, and there's like three people. So I'm on the right side. One of my friends in the middle, and then one of my other friends is on the left side. And the whole way back, me and the dude on the left side, we had a splitter for our headphones. I don't know if you ever seen those where you can both listen to like the same music.
Yeah.
So we were just like jamming out, listening to music. And the dude in the middle's like sweating like the whole time, and we're like, oh, what's going on? And then it starts to smell, right? And like we're like, okay, we just got to make it past the border, and we'll stop at like In and Out or stop at a gas station and go to the bathroom. And he's like, I really need to use the bathroom. Like he's very seriously telling the driver like, I really I really need to use the bathroom. And he said it a bunch of times, right? And then at some point he just stops talking.
No.
He's just quiet. He's like, he just no words, just sweat dripping down his face, and he's like, and then and so we get to we get to the gas station, and it's the car doesn't smell very good, so we're kind of like, does this guy just have really bad gas, or like maybe something snuck out. And so we pull over, we all pull out of the car. It's one of the sliding doors, so I get out of the right first, and then the guy in the middle gets out, and then I'm looking in the car after he gets out, and my friend's headphones, they're like sitting on the seat, and it looks like they're like just it looks like they're just sitting in chocolate. and and, uh, and my friend picks up his headphones, and he's looking at it, and he's like, is that chocolate? And he smells it, he's like, that's not fucking
No.
chocolate. And so he just takes his headphones and throws it, but there's like a puddle, like a little like brown puddle in the middle of the seat, just like liquid, right? And so that's not even the worst part, man. Okay, so we're trying to clean up like the car. Like I'm not touching it because I don't want to deal with that shit. Like, but
But
people are trying to
that's
clean up the car, and this dude has been like the guy who's in the middle. Now he's been gone for like 30 minutes. Like the car's clean, they put bags on it, and we're like, where is this guy? And he's still in the bathroom. So they had one of the adults go and check on him, right? And so they knock on the door, and then they knock on the door, and they just hear this guy crying inside.
Oh my
He's just
god.
like sobbing, right? And they're like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I'm not coming out." And then they're like, "You have to, you have
From
to come out.
embarrassment, or was he like just taking a dump?
Just listen, okay? I'll get there." So he's like, "I'm not coming out. No, I can't." And then they're like, "Come on, just like let us in, and we'll help you get cleaned up. It's okay." And so that he opens the door, and the walls are covered with shit. Like
Oh
he's
my god.
he's in his underwear only. Like that's all he's wearing is underwear, and his body's like covered in shit. His clothes are covered in shit. The whole bathroom floor, like it's everywhere. Like it was in his pants, right? And he was just leaking out the whole way, like into the
Oh,
bathroom. He took all his clothes off except for his undies, and he's just covered in poop. Like it was. I didn't see it because I didn't really want to be exposed to that kind of thing, but
yeah.
from what I heard, it was disgusting.
On the walls,
On the
dude.
walls. Like I don't know what he did. Like I don't know how it gets there,
How
but
is it powerful to do that?
I think like he got like he took his pants off and like splattered on the wall, and then he like tried to clean it up with the paper towel or
Oh
something.
god,
But
bro.
and
Dude, what did
yeah,
he eat that he had so much in him? Like
I
so
think he
much
just drank a
ammo,
lot of the. Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know
you
what he
know?
ate, but
Cuz
it
he
was.
he he blasted in the bus and then he had enough to like ruin the bathroom too.
Dude,
That's a
I
lot.
don't even think he meant to. I think it just leaked out of his ass. Like
Oh my
it was
god.
just liquid, dude. It was literally like melted chocolate. That's what it looked like.
Dude, how,
Like a hot fudge sundae. It was just like on the seat like that.
oh my god. Poor guy.
So so he could have not drinking the water, and I think that's what he could have done better. Like
How did you survive? Well, I mean, like how long were you there for
we were
your
there
mission?
for I think a weekend. Like we went to we helped no, it was like a week actually. We helped like a church out a little bit, and then we were spent like a day or two at the beach, I think. But we had bottled water. Like
Mm,
if you didn't drink the bottled water, there was like a tap, like a tap. But I was like, you only supposed to use that to like boil, right, or something like that.
yeah.
And so
Okay, so bottled water for the
bottled
week.
water, we
That's
had
what you guys
enough,
did.
right? And we had
Oh,
like filters and stuff, so we weren't unprepared. I think he was just uh, maybe he didn't want it. I don't know. I
yeah.
can't.
If they had enough, of like, bro, why are you like tempting yourself
Dude,
like that?
I
Like,
have no idea. It was a memorable experience, though. I don't think I'll ever forget.
I don't think he'll ever forget either.
I never saw him again ever. Like we went home, and he didn't even want to ride back in the same car as us because he was so embarrassed.
I would have died of embarrassment, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I hope that guy's okay
Yeah.
now.
I don't think anybody listening will know who I'm talking about. So I didn't out him. Your secret is safe, my friend.
You hear that, Brondon? We got you, bro.
No,
Homies.
it wasn't Brondon.
I know.
But yeah, he could have done some things better. That's a really good story, though. I think it's a really embarrassing one.
Yeah. How did he ride back? Was he like
There was two
naked?
cars, so he went into a different car.
No. His clothes, because they were done though.
Well, we
right?
were camping, so they just got some other clothes that he had,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
they tossed his old ones. And then it took him like 20 minutes to clean up the bathroom. Like it was bad.
I would have peeled out of there. I would have been like, dude, we're not cleaning. I just cleaned up the bus. I am not doing this too. Like,
Dude. And
start
the
the car.
guy on the left, like the guy I was splitting the headphones with, he was like one of those dudes that would just constantly roast you, right? So like if he like he was just like roasting the guy the whole time he's in the bathroom, and I was just like, man, I feel kind of bad for this guy, right?
That isn't very Christian like of him.
No, it's not. Yeah, dude, the dude on the left, another story for this guy, he was on the beach. He took a shit on the beach. Okay? He like left a
the poop
log in
guy?
the sand. No, not the poop guy. The
The
guy I was
roaster.
splitting the headphones with.
Yeah.
So he left a log on the beach, and we bought some like illegal firecrackers out there, and he stuck it in the log and exploded it. So it was just a crazy Christian, like just a
Dude.
normal Christian trip, just like
That
just
guy
God
is
things.
crazy. That
Just
guy did
godly
not
things,
belong there.
Yeah.
What was he doing there?
I don't know why he was there, but like his parents are probably like, you need to get some good influence in your life, son. Like,
Yeah, that's funny. This sounds like a wild guy.
yeah, I wonder where he's up to now, actually.
Was that like back in high school days? That was the last time you saw this?
Yeah.
High school?
And it wasn't even like a church I usually go to. It was like me and a couple people from my church were tagging along with this other group on their trip. So like I never met those people before that trip, and then like
This
man, I was
happens,
exposed
and
to a whole new
you'll never forget them.
I will never forget them. No,
That's awesome.
it was wild.
All right, guys. I guess that's it for this episode. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Ape strong together.